I want to show people that it's possible for an older man in young Filipino could actually fall in love.
When we first met, I was just a young 56-year-old, and you were an old.
Yeah, I was 18 when I met Gary, but yeah, I did lie about my age.
We met using a dating app. She actually reached out to me first.
I sent you the wink first. I had a chaperone with me in the first meeting we have, and I was scared. That was my reaction because I never dated a foreigner.
So she's never dated a foreigner. Just to tell you something. She's never dated a foreigner. She hit him up. And then he's like, oh, okay. And she lied about her age. So she said she was 18. She was underage.
That's perfect for her.
For her. But why is it perfect for her?
Because by the time that nigga dies, she can still live a good life.
But isn't that because of the resources?
Yeah, for sure.
That's the whole purpose. This is what I'm talking about. There's a
contract that's in place with the men going after younger women.
She's trying to secure a better life for herself.
The land, the money, the opportunity.
Yeah, but the question here is, isn't that the same fairness in that situation? Isn't that the same thing with you dealing with somebody that's equally yoked as you?
What do you mean?
You're benefiting off one another. What I'm trying to say, he's benefiting off her youth, she's benefiting off his resources, right?
Of course.
So there's a trade-off.
So when, say you're similar in age, say you're 3 years apart or whatever the case may be, would you say that situation is less ideal than somebody that's closer in your age?
Getting a young girl in comparison to a girl
somebody
that's
your age. So say you're 56 and dealing with a woman that's 53.
It depends where you are in life. If you're trying to move forward, you can't really go pick something up that's going to kind of hold you back and be a liability. You might need something that's your age or even a little bit older to show you the way so you can get to that point where you're sturdy. Like, you can't go, I don't think you can like be like on a, like just fucking, you're still poor, like mid-range. Like, I don't think you could be making a little bit of income, even a mid-range amount of income, and go pick up a young girl and then bring her over, because you have to take care of that girl now. You have to do everything. But if you get a girl older, you're way more likely to go further, faster.
But what do you mean by older? What age do you mean?
Let's say you're 45.
Say you're 45, yeah.
And your girl, would you go for a woman that's 42?
Or would you go for a girl that's 30?
If I'm shaky, if I'm established at 45, then I'm gonna go younger. If I'm not established yet, I'm going to go a girl that's on my wavelength, business, had experience, made some mistakes, knows where some pitfalls are, can teach me something. I'm not going to go to a 22-year-old and expect her to teach me anything.
But that's why I told you, for a guy that, like I said, a guy that's working a regular job, it's not really permissible for him to go after the 22-year-old, because there's no benefit in him going after outside. Rather, other than looks, that's the only thing he can rely on. But now, somebody that's established already, why it's a good deal is because his sole focus could be just the looks on her or her youth, right? To have kids, like a big family. So you want 5 kids, for example. Well, that's not going to be possible with certain women at a certain age, right? Like, if you want a big family, it's not going to be possible. You need to deal with a younger woman that has years to deal with something like that. So
some niggas already have kids, right? And you're like, I don't need any more kids. I just want a girl now to boss.
That's a whole different case.
That's a whole different scenario. But we're talking about clean slate scenarios. We're not talking about scenarios.
Niggas have clean slates, brother. By the time you get to 40, by the time you get to 35, brother, your whole slate is all over the place. All kind of marks on your board. Like, you're not going
but in
clean.
terms of kids and not having kids, that slate alone.
Yeah, but you can't speak on
everything.
You can't speak on that. You have to speak on the people that don't have kids and aren't in these scenarios. Because,
but if you don't have kids by 40, I don't think you want to go pick up kids.
That's what I said. That's what we were talking about. That's what I'm saying.
We're saying at that point, you're just going for the young girl because you're going for young girls. Why would you care about?
Fuck.
You're not exactly. So you're not thinking to get a 42-year-old to teach you no goddamn thing.
That's what I'm saying. What do you?
Why would you want her to teach you?
That's what I mean.
But you managed to make it. So for example, if you managed to make it 45, this is the most crazy shit I've ever heard. If you managed to make it to 45,
let's say a 45-year-old carpenter.
No, seriously, because why would you want to deal with somebody that's older than 45, for example, for her to teach you what? You never learned anything in those 45 years that you need a woman?
Let's say a 45-year-old carpenter. He goes and he meets some gal and she's an accountant somewhere.
Okay.
She's 51 years old. Bad little accountant, you know? And he has some 26-year-old gal he has to come pick up and pay her rent, and, you know? He takes her to Cuba, but you know, he comes back and he's like, fuck, what am I doing with this young bitch? Now the old bitch is like, let's go to Germany and let me show you some business over there. Let me show you what I got going on over there. In his life, you need the older gal. You can't go get a young gal.
Okay, do you know anybody
that makes
that
sense.
had a situation like that? Do you know anybody that you've heard had a situation like that?
Go pick up an old thing? Not an older nigga like that, nah.
No,
So this is just like a make-believe type of scenario.
Like right now,
because
like 30, that
You
type
don't
of
know
stuff. You meet a
anyone-
40-year-old
I know
gal
what
and
he's saying.
she'll big up your flex, right?
I know what he's trying
Right
to say.
now.
He's just saying, but
No, I
guess,
get what he's saying too, but I'm saying
but
that.
but
like,
where he gets it wrong is that by that point, a lot of the women aren't finding you desirable. They're not trying to teach a old dog new tricks.
That
and
too.
that's where you have to realize the woman's relying on you to teach them something by
they've
that
lived
age.
along
And
the,
no, just
long
by that
enough.
age, like you know, you're
Well, you
you're
live
supposed to be
long
a
enough.
leader.
That's what I'm saying.
You're
You-
supposed to be a leader. So I mean, I guess if you're in a scenario like we're talking about, then as the guy, you'd be lucky to find a woman that's older than you, willing to put you on, and her lifestyle. If her lifestyle is that great, you
But I guess
know?
I don't know what it's
question-
like to be 40 and that. I don't
I guess
get
the
that back
question
about
is-
right now. You know what I'm saying? From niggas, the time niggas been 20 to about 35. What have we been looking for?
So I
Young
guess
gal?
it goes by your perspective. This is what I'm trying to say. It goes by like, especially financially, economically, this will make the difference. Because like I said, if you're already established and you already got your things going on, you wouldn't rely on no woman to help you make your business better, help you make your life better. You're living your life by yourself. You're good. You know what to deal with. You can handle the family. You know what your finances are like. So you don't. That's not no longer a prerequisite. But if you're a guy that you're not making that much money, you're still trying to figure out possibilities of how you can progress your life. Why are you dealing with a young chick? She ain't gonna help you get to there. So now, I understand your point of view in that perspective. Where yes, it is a money perspective because, like I said, if someone doesn't really or wants to make more money and trying to figure that out, yes, they don't supposed to be dealing with women that are a lot younger than them.
But
I would
my
say
thing
deal
is
with women that
also
are
this,
maybe
but-
closer within your age that have something going on for them, so you can kind of collaborate.